Hey guys, and welcome to another reaction video. And today, I'm gonna start with a new series, a new series of reviews by ANY Entertainment or Any Entertainment. I'm not entirely sure how his name is pronounced, ANY or Any. It's in capital letters here on my list, and I copy pasted the list. So, yeah, Woody Pecker requested this together with some other reviewers who I already started reacting to, and he sent me ANY Entertainment, ANY in capital letters, so I'm just gonna assume his name is pronounced ANY. If not, please tell me if I should pronounce him Any or NY or however he is pronounced. Yeah, there's one more reviewer who got requested relatively recently. I'm gonna get to him eventually, probably next week or so. Maybe sooner, who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Depends. So yeah, this guy, he had a playlist with season 1 things, but only one of them first of all, there were only 3 videos, and only one of them was a review, so I'm gonna skip that. No videos, at least I couldn't find any videos to season 2, so we're gonna skip to the next play. He has a playlist for season 3 with 13 episodes, so I'm gonna assume he made a review to every single one of them. And that's what we're starting with today, with the Crystal Empire. Crystal Empire. Sombra is my favorite villain, honestly. I know he doesn't have a lot of character, I know he doesn't have a lot of dialogue, but he reminds me of Sauron, and I think Sauron is really cool. I love The Lord of the Rings, and I think Sombra is kind of badass, honestly. I think he's smart, with all them traps and all that stuff, And, I mean, if I look at the other one, Nightmare Moon, I like Nightmare Moon really, kind of because of the bitterness and her motive, why she's doing this. She just wants to be loved. I don't know. I kind of like her too, but Sombra has something about him. T-Rex, I don't like it that much because, for me, he is really badass, and I do like him, but I don't like him as much as Sombra because, I don't know, he just seems like a guy he just wants to destroy, and for the sake of destroying. I don't know. I don't like his motive as much. Like, I don't have a problem with his motives, but I think, yeah, I don't think it's all that interesting. Yeah, Sombra's motive is unknown, so can't really judge him for that. I guess he also just wants power, but I don't know what it is. I kind of like him. I'm sorry, I just like him. But I mean, he almost doesn't appear in this episode. So the rest, like I said, I like the straps. It's not my favorite season opener, favorite season premiere, but I do like the both episodes. That's what I'm wanting to say before I talk for way too long at the beginning again. So I do like it. So let's just get started and see what he thinks about it. 3, 2, 1. Click. Yes, do we see the creation of this OC? Okay.
Hello out there, this is the ANY Pony,
ANY,
and welcome
okay.
to my review of Season 3's opening 2-parter, The Crystal Empire. In case you're wondering what happened to my plan to starting my dramatic reading of Out in the Cold, there are 2 reasons why I postponed it. First, as you maybe still can hear, my voice has been a bit hoarse in the last few weeks, and attempting my first big voice acting project, especially with an almost complete female cast, will be hard enough even with my voice at its best. I'll start my readings as soon as my voice is back to normal again and I got to practice my voices, promised. Second, I don't want my reviews for the new episodes to stack up. So, here we go. What are my thoughts on the first episodes of the 3rd season of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? Well, as all the 2-part episodes, this one was really great. A big storyline, a real thread, action scenes, and impressive animations. But having said this, I also have to mention that
I can hear an accent that reminds me of German. Is it just me, or does he have a German accent?
I think so. First and most obvious, already pointed out by a
Kamerad.
lot of people before me,
Sorry.
King Sombra is an extremely uninteresting villain.
His
powers are more or less the darkest and most frightening of all the villains so far. corruption, mind control, the ability to use your deepest fears against you.
Yeah.
And the whole getting turned into shadows thing just made him stronger, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Queen Chrysalis and even Nightmare Moon's powers don't seem so threatening anymore in comparison to those. And
Yeah.
also Discord's powers are a few leagues above Sombra's. Discord's childish and comedic use of his powers lets them look less horrible.
Yeah, less
But
horrible.
sadly, King
Still
Sombra
powerful,
is
but not
nothing
horrible.
but his powers.
Yeah.
He is as one-dimensional as a villain as you can be. He is
Still like
evil
him.
for the sake of being evil. We don't know anything about his backstory, his personality, or his motivation.
Yeah.
Except maybe that he is power-hungry.
Yeah.
Very original. No tragic fall to darkness triggered by envy and the wish to be
No.
loved. No sneaky master plan to infiltrate the kingdom in order to take
Honestly,
care
that
of his
doesn't
own
make him a
subjects.
strong character, but I
No
still
challenging
kind of like
personality
that.
manages to turn your friends' characters upside down. Just
That
brute
fact.
evil force.
Yeah.
And how can he be stopped? What powerful good motion will our heroines use this time? Their strong emotional bond catalyzed through the elements of harmony into the magic of friendship?
No.
Love, so powerful that, transformed into an offensive beam, can even overpower Celestia? Nope. We have to go with lifted spirits. And
Yay.
what epic ritual will trigger the spiritual uprising?
Bowing.
A fair.
Okay,
A fair.
Yay!
Ah. And it's really just this. Eating some carnival food, getting a souvenir, watching a show, and voila!
Yeah.
Emu ponies turn
I
into
don't see a
happy,
problem.
not yet crystal ponies. Don't get me wrong, I am okay with this fair story. There are some great images and gags connected to it. But I'm missing the epicness the storylines
Not
of
gonna say I
other
will listen to
two-parters
him.
have. Twilight's search for the crystal heart on the other hoof is awesome. The riddles she has to solve, the obstacles she has to overcome, the tricks she has to come up with. Give the fair story its own regular episode and show me more of this. Anyways, one last big critique I have is the whole premise of Twilight's task. Why is Celestia risking all of Equestria only to test Twilight? Yes, Twilight succeeds in the end, but it was damn close. Why did Celestia refuse to send Luna as backup?
You will
to
see
help
in
Twilight?
the season
It's not like
finale.
the other villain encounters when there was nobody except the main six to deal with the crisis. During the Summer Sun celebration, Celestia was banished to the sun. Discord
Was she?
needed to be defeated with the elements.
Did that
of
actually happen?
and Celestia
news to
actually
me.
confronted Queen Chrysalis after she had been unmasked. But this time the princess willingly decided to stay passive and risk that King Sombra might win. And to make matters worse, in the end, the test itself was once again one of Celestia's unnecessary misleading phrase tasks.
In the end, it must be you and you alone.
And what exactly has to be done by nobody else in Twilight? Allowing somebody else to complete the rescue of the Crystal Empire after
Will
Twilight
all
got
make
trapped.
sense in the season
Something
finale.
she would have done without hesitation from the very beginning if she hadn't been told to complete this mission alone.
Yeah, it's a
I
test,
understand
dude.
the lesson she's supposed to learn.
It's a test.
Saving your friends is more important than your personal selfish goals. In this case, passing the test following Celestia's orders. But this riddle that Twilight has to dismiss the original task in order to pass the test reminds me more of something Discord would come up with rather than Celestia. And how did the princess know that Twilight would end up in this situation? Or did she originally really want Twilight to save the Crystal Empire on her own and just made up the whole lesson at the end on the spot?
No.
In this case, I return to my initial question. Why is Celestia risking all of Equestria only to test Twilight? Sorry, but I can't trust this lady any longer as the ruler of all my little ponies. From now on, you can count me to the supporters of the new Lunar Republic.
Nope.
The younger princess seems to be far more reasonable. But let's get on with this review.
Nope.
I guess I can't talk about the Crystal Empire without talking about the Crystal Ponies. Well, I don't really can warm up to them. As soon as they get happy, they are just as bland as a pony can be. The common background pony is more interesting. And about their style, That's most likely a question of personal taste,
Yeah,
but I
probably.
don't like this old-fashioned hairstyles. I also don't
I'm
like
okay
it
with
when
that.
the main six get styled like this too. Oh, Twilight, what have they done to you? And what's so special about the crystal ponies anyway? They are more or less Earth ponies. Even the transparent crystal look is not part of their special nature. The moment they look like this, every pony in the Empire does so. But enough of the negative critique. As I mentioned in the beginning, I thought it was great nevertheless. It just comes off weak in comparison to the other two-part episodes, and there were a few immersion breakers for me. But in the end, I enjoyed these two episodes, especially seeing all the main six in action all at once. Even so, Rarity made me wonder once again how she managed to get her hooves on the element of generosity. And I'm quite curious what's up with this meta plot, Celestial and Luna hint.
Exactly.
My theory, the princesses want to turn Twilight into an alicorn as soon as they deem her ready. Not that I really hope or believe this, but I want to be able to say I called it if this meta plot actually should
Well,
turn
I
out
fucking
this way.
called it then.
This is the ANY Pony saying, see you soon, and all hail to the new Lunar Republic.
No, traitor. Yeah, okay. You know, I don't know when he made this video. I'm just gonna assume it was at the pretty beginning of season 3. So, well, he fucking called it. Exactly right. And yeah, I'm pretty much sure that they even said it in the episode. This test was to see if Twilight is ready, or if one step closer to being ready for what we now know is her transformation into an alicorn. So, well, there you have it. That's the reasoning for your big critique point. Do you like it? No? Well, can't change it. Yeah, one thing about the whole new Lunar Republic, I know that that exists. I pretty much see it as a joke. As far as I know, it kind of started with people wondering how Luna was able to, how Celestia was able to keep control of over Equestria for so long, for thousands of years probably, or at least 1,000 years and longer, with apparently no problem. And their explanation was that she was a tyrant. I think that's pretty much stupid. I honestly think she's just a good leader, and every pony is pretty much happy, and that's why nobody wants anything to change, because it's good the way it is. Nowadays, I personally see the whole new Lunar Republic thing more as a joke, a kind of reference of people thinking that Celestia is a tyrant. So I don't mind. I don't really mind if anyone says, "Yeah, all hail to the new Lunar Republic." I shouldn't do that. No, all hail to the new Lunar Republic. I don't mind that. I see it as a joke. I would probably never say it, because if really someone was serious, I wouldn't join Lunar, because I honestly think that Celestia isn't a tyrant, big surprise, and that the ponies are happy under her rule. And why change that? So, I know over the time Celestia's lack of action to do, or her lack of doing anything, has a lot of people to say that she's a bad ruler. I'm not so sure about this. We don't see her that often, and I think she can handle the whole ruling Equestria thing pretty damn well. So, but yeah, I of course don't have a problem with the whole new Lunar Republic thing. Like I said, I see it as a joke. It probably is a joke, so I respond with a joke. That's just how I do it always. If someone makes a joke, I respond. I usually respond with a totally serious answer, but I mean it as a joke. So yeah, I was yeah. The whole Zamra thing, he has no character whatsoever, no backstory. Again, I want to make the connection to Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Sometimes I like it if a villain is just evil for the sake of being evil, if he's demonized. I mean, Sauron wasn't even a person in the Lord of the Rings. He was an eye. And Sombra was kind of similar. They demonized him to the point where he's just the incarnation of evil and evilness, for this, just being evil for the sake of being evil and just being a terrible person. I don't know why, but I really like that from time to time, and especially if that person then has such amazing powers as Sombra has. I also like all the other villains. Like I said, Discord is awesome. I like Nightmare Moon's backstory, but I also really like Sombra. I don't know what it is. I just like it if someone is evil for no reason, but just to be evil. I think that has something if you do it right, and they did it right. At least they didn't do it wrong. But I think there should only be one character like this in a show. Then if they're making a Sombra 2.0 with pretty much the exact same thing, evil for the sake of being evil, no backstory whatsoever, that would be kind of repetitive. But yeah, overall, I agree with him. It's a great episode. Some of his critique points, I see why he has a problem with that point. Usually I don't care that much about the Crystal Ponies, as to the point that they would bother me in any way. Like I said, I really do like Sombra, and well, the whole thing with the test from Celestia has been cleared up by now. It was a test to see if how much Twilight is ready to be an Alicorn, or if she's at least close to being an Alicorn, and I kind of like it, that kind of test. I see why people would have a problem with it. I personally don't. So, yeah, what can I say? I think it's a great episode, and he does too. But yeah, I see where he's coming from with all his critique points, and I don't necessarily share that view, but I can see why he has a problem with some of the things in there. But I mean, no episode is perfect. I mean, my favorite episode is Lesson 0, but you could probably find some things to nitpick in there too. So there's barely anything, if there even is anything in media that is perfect. And yeah, but this one is still pretty damn good. So yeah, again, did I hear the accent, or were just my ears being weird? I don't know. Whatever, I have nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video right here. So I hope you liked this little commentary, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.